by the river. Acti, strum of silence. The evening air is crisp, gently prickling my skin with its coolness as I station myself by the river, my usual haunt. The sound of flowing water underscores the rhythm of city life, soft yet persistent. The river seems timeless, as if its eternal flow is whispering secrets from ages past. I strum my guitar, each note weaving into the twilight, creating a tapestry of sound that wraps around me like a comforting old coat. My fingers are worn and familiar with the strings. Each chord is like an old friend, but then a sharp twang disrupts the harmony. A string snaps, echoing my own uncertainty. The snapping reverberates in the silent pockets of air. My stomach knots in response as if sharing in the string's sudden break. For a moment, I stare at the broken strand, its loose end quivering in the breeze. Like my frayed spirit, I can feel the weight of the moment pressing down on me. The world blurring around the edges as disappointment tightens its grip. The people walking past, the steady rhythm of their steps, the soft murmurs of their conversations. Everything fades into the background. I bow my head, closing my eyes, not caring for the curious glances of passers-by. Lord of mercy, I whisper between breaths, my voice barely audible over the gentle rush of the river. I am lost. If music is my path, why does it feel so fragile? Guide me, for I am but a weary traveler in need of light. My prayer hangs in the air, unanswered, yet I wait in hope that somewhere he listens. A humming stranger, a pause in my lament allows other sounds to seep through. Footsteps, laughter, conversations, a tapestry of life that reminds me I'm part of something larger. Yet amidst this symphony, I catch a single soft hum. It stands out, a gentle melody that seems to dance with the floating notes of my broken performance. I open my eyes to find a passerby, a woman whose hum carries an odd familiarity, as if it's a part of the river song. Her eyes are calm, exuding a serenity that I find both inviting and inspiring. I watch her, captivated by the simplicity of her joy. The world seems to pause around us, as if time itself is holding its breath. Our eyes meet briefly, and she offers a comforting smile before continuing on her way. Her melody lingering in the air like the scent of blooming wildflowers. It's a momentary connection, yet profound, as if God had whispered through her tune, reaching into my soul and tugging at the strings of my heart, prompting a stir deep within me. Inspired by the serendipity of the encounter, I gather courage to offer another prayer, one of surrender and hope, feeling a new warmth swell within me. Holy One, I speak softly into the evening glow that seems to shimmer with a new light. I lay down my pride and doubt. Let your will tune my heart, guide my hands to bring light into every room I enter. Even if just for a moment, the prayer feels like a release, a letting go of the burdens I've carried for too long. A gentle breeze sweeps over me, and within it, a subtle nudge I feel, a divine assurance that I am not alone in my journey. The realization unfolds like the river's current, persistent, sure, and deceptively simple in its truth. With renewed determination, I wrap the broken string around a small pebble, a symbolic act of persistence and craft, letting this new understanding guide my path. The pebble feels smooth in my hand, a reminder that even broken things can find a place in the story. I secure the guitar with care and start to play, improvising with the remaining strings. The sound is different but still resonates, a testament to resilience. Each note rises in the evening air, weaving into the urban symphony. Transforming the ordinary into sacred, I find peace in the imperfection, a metaphor of God's grace in my life. The music flows through me, a living prayer, an offering to the one who sees the unseen. As the night deepens, the lamps along the river begin to flicker on, casting a warm glow, their light shimmering on the water's surface. People pause to listen, some nod in appreciation, and for the first time, I see myself not as a performer, but as a vessel for this light, this music. A small crowd gathers, drawn not by spectacle, but by the quiet miracle of music remade. I see hope in their eyes, and I realize in this sacred moment, heaven has touched earth. Shepherd of my soul, guide my steps with your wisdom. Grant me the courage to face the brokenness with faith, as I strive to be a light bearer in the shadows of this world. Teach me to listen with a heart open to your whispers. In your hands, let my journey be renewed and whole. Amen. Answer, dawn's whisper. The morning air is crisp and full of promise as I navigate the winding mountain road in my old car. The sun peeks over the horizon, casting amber light through long shadows, painting the landscape with hope and uncertainty. The soft hues of dawn flicker on the windshield, a symphony of colors dancing across the sky. Each turn of the wheel feels like a heartbeat, echoing my own anticipation. Beside me, the envelope in my pocket is heavy with words unsent. Words that speak of a father's absence, of wounds too tender to touch, of longing veiled in pride, and an aching need for reconciliation. I pull over at a bend, where the road stills and the earth breathes in anticipation. Stepping out, I am greeted by a gentle breeze that carries the scent of pine and earth. The valley below is bathed in light, a canvas brushed with the hand of God. The mountains stand like sentinels, silent witnesses to a history I cannot change but hope to mend. There, on a blanket of wildflowers just waking from their slumber, I kneel on the cold stone, feeling its roughness seep into my bones, grounding me in this sacred moment. Lord of mercy, I begin. My voice wavering in the solitude. I am lost and weary. Guide me to what is right. The silence that follows is not empty, but full of expectation, of unseen threads weaving a tapestry I cannot yet see. I close my eyes, letting the silence seep into my very soul. The wind whispers through the pines, and in that sacred murmur, I sense an urging. Answer the call without delay. The mountain itself seems to echo this divine message, as if creation is conspiring to guide me toward forgiveness and healing. Act 2. Shadows of Doubt is not empty, but full of expectation, of unseen threads weaving a tapestry I cannot yet see. I close my eyes, letting the silence seep into my very soul. The wind whispers through the pines, and in that sacred murmur, I sense an urging. Answer the call without delay. The mountain itself seems to echo this divine message, as if creation is conspiring to guide me toward forgiveness and healing. Act 2. Shadows of Doubt. Dusk drapes the village in hues of orange and pink, and the lights dotting windows become celestial eyes, watching over me as I approach the house. It's smaller now, more intimate under this waning light, each creak of the wooden floor echoing with the nostalgia of childhood. I pause at the threshold, inhaling deeply the familiar scent of old wood and lavender, reminders of a simpler time. I sit at a wooden table, the letter unfolded before me, a testament to my hesitations. My heart is a storm, my mind a restless sea, battling the urge to retreat into familiar grievances. Each word on the paper feels like a weight, the ink a river of unspoken sorrows. I find myself praying again, this time in subdued desperation. Shepherd of my soul, lead me through this valley. I am afraid of what awaits beyond my safe cocoon. I look around the room, the fading sunlight casting shadows that dance like specters of the past. Echoes of laughter, whispered secrets, and the warmth of togetherness. The room flickers as the sun dips lower, casting an amber glow that warms my skin and my resolve. In the penumbra, a quiet peace settles. It fills the room, wrapping me in a sense of comfort that feels almost like a physical embrace. It's a nudge, an insistence that the time for fear is past, that beyond the hesitance lies a new beginning. I sense God's guidance as a gentle prod within, whispering courage into my trembling resolve. The shadows flee as a soft assurance fills the space, a whisper of divine presence that calls me to be bold. Answering the call echoes through the receiver, stretching endlessly, each ring a heartbeat holding time still, until a familiar voice pulls me back. My father's voice, distant yet unmistakably his. The sound is like a melody familiar yet long forgotten, resonating in the chambers of my heart. There's a beat, a chance to retreat, but instead I inhale deeply and speak the words that elude the letter. Hello, Dad. It's been a long time. The silence, the kind thick with unspoken regret and glimmers of hope, I almost falter. My hand grips the phone like a lifeline, tethering me to courage. But the voice of the Holy One, warm and patient, holds me steady. I imagine Jesus standing by my side, his hand on my shoulder, whispering strength into my spirit. With each word spoken, a bond is reforged, one that had weathered too many winters apart. In this exchange, I find reconciliation not just with my father, but within myself. The act of reaching out is transforming, a testament to the power of surrender, of choosing love over lingering shadows. Every word we share is an unraveling, a binding and a healing, a step into the light. It's as if the distance of years is collapsing, moment by moment, with each earnest word. Lord of mercy, guide my steps with grace in moments of doubt. Grant me your courage, help me to live in your light, answering your call. Teach me to forgive as you have. The echoes of belonging, the quiet of night. The cathedral loomed like a sentinel under the moonlit sky. Its stone facade and Gothic spires rose, adorned with gargoyles keeping watch over the sanctuary inside. The air was cool, disturbed only by mop water swishing against ancient tiles. Shadows from flickering candles danced on the walls, whispering secrets of old. Elijah, the night shift janitor, moved quietly through the shadows, each step echoing softly. His eyes were drawn upward to the immense crucifix above the altar. The haunting organ notes filled the silence, emphasizing the sacredness of the space. An emptiness gripped him, a yearning to belong. Kneeling in the altar's shadow, the cool stone floor beneath him, Elijah clasped his hands and whispered, Holy One, I feel like an outsider in my own life. Guide me His words seem to lift heavenward, the stones praying alongside him. The dawn of realization, as dawn crept in with soft golden light, Elijah continued his duties. The scent of incense lingered, and rays of light spilled through stained glass, creating a living mosaic across the floor. Each shard of color was a piece of God's promise. In a moment of clarity, Elijah sensed God speaking through the silence. The cathedral seemed to hold its breath, waiting for him to hear, "Be still and know that I am God." The words resonated within him. Pausing in his work, he listened, not just with his ears, but with his soul. The silence held God's presence, a reminder of divine companionship. Shadows of decision as dust settled. The cathedral was wrapped in shadows, the stained glass glowing warmly. Elijah found himself drawn to the altar again, the silence inviting him to surrender. Kneeling, he prayed, "Shepherd of my soul, tears flowing freely, I give you my fears, my doubts, my longing to belong. Lead me to serve and love." Peace washed over him. He knew he needed to form connections beyond the cathedral's walls. His voice joined a chorus of prayers, an ancient symphony of faith. The lamp of guidance with twilight deepening, Elijah noticed an old brass lamp flickering near the vestry. Its glow reminded him of the gospel parable of the wise and foolish virgins. The lamp symbolized divine guidance, urging him to let God's light guide him forward. The next morning, Elijah reached out to a local community group, volunteering where help was needed. This small action was a step into belonging, welcomed warmly by those who valued community. He found himself woven into human connection and God's greater plan. Each step echoed the divine promise of belonging. Eternal Father, in the silence, you spoke. In the shadows,